Good morning. I'm Jermaine Hill, Assistant Chief of the Forest Park Fire Department, and I have a guest here with me today from INTERAC for Health. His name is Julian Collins.
Thank you so much for having me. Today, I want to talk to you about No Menthol Sunday. No Menthol Sunday is May 17th, this Sunday coming up, and it's a day for faith communities as well as communities within our region to really discuss the dangers of menthol for the African American community and how this is the perfect time, especially within this pandemic, to try to make a quit attempt on all tobacco products as well as vaping.
All right, so you mentioned that it definitely affects the African American community. Why is it so disproportionate? Is it our neighborhoods being targeted? What's the allure of the menthol?
So if we look back at history, starting in around after World War II, we saw that tobacco industries really started looking for a product that could be marketed towards the African American community. And they found that menthol was a good product for that. Menthol, which is the mint flavoring that some products have, makes it easier to start and harder to quit. And the menthol is actually acting as a anesthetic, so it soothes your throat as you're smoking. So it makes it easier for all the harsh chemicals and stuff to go into your body. What we know, at least in our region, we see that 7 out of 10 African American smokers use some type of menthol product, compared to around 20% of Caucasian smokers. So this is, when we think about that, it is really disproportionate. And then when we also put on that around 45 to 47,000 African Americans die every year due to tobacco related illnesses, this is really a conversation that needs to be had so that we can really make some change in that number.
Yeah, I don't think anything's by accident. Have you seen instances of targeting the African American communities or the less established communities?
Oh, definitely. So
Okay.
in the city of Cincinnati, if you have been here for a while, you remember the music festival used to be called the Cool Jazz Festival. That
Yes.
is where it was sponsored by a tobacco brand. If you look at documents that have come out through the Master Settlement Agreement from the 90s, you will find that there was a lot of research done on how they can infiltrate the African American community. So ways that they did this was they sponsored things with the Urban League. They would do stuff with Black organizations, Black fraternities and sororities. They would make sure that historically Black colleges had special scholarships, and they would fund their booster programs and stuff like that. They made sure that they were seen as a vital part of our community. And even now, what you see is that if you go into certain communities, the brightest thing that you will see are the tobacco ads. Usually most people, when they are in a place, they know the Newport colors. So Newport has that interesting teal color. That is something that you normally see. You'll see the cool color of that very bright green, or sometimes it's orange. Those are colors, and those ads are sometimes the only really bright colors that you see in certain communities. But then also too, in especially African American communities, you'll find that menthol cigarettes are usually cheaper, sometimes upwards of 50 cents cheaper than in other communities within even a city. So that
Wow.
is definitely all part of their tactics that they have used for many generations.
And I guess safe to say that the same goes for vaping, the flavors, the menthol.
Well, definitely. Essentially, what we're seeing is that the tobacco industry is using the same toolkit and the same playbook that they used in the past with vaping and with all the different e-cigarette products. What if you go on the market? Literally, currently, there are upwards of 7,000 different flavors that you can get in an e-cigarette flavor, like an e-cigarette liquid. Though they have now changed where certain devices, if it is a pre-filled device, it can only be like a tobacco flavor. But if it is a refillable, it can be all the different flavors that are still available. And because there is not enough regulation on these flavors, there's new flavors coming on the market with each one having a different recipe. So there's different ingredients. You can never really understand what all is included in this e-cigarette liquid. We do know that there are harmful chemicals and stuff in this liquid. including, of course, nicotine, which is the addictive substance. But then you also have all the different propylene glycols and other alcohols and other chemicals that just give it that plume effect and that vapor that is not great for your body and your lungs, especially right now as we deal with the COVID-19 pandemic.
Okay. All right. So the No Menthol Sunday, how's that going to look? Are we live streaming? What are we doing?
So No Menthol Sunday this year is definitely a digital event. So we are asking churches, we're asking communities to post information. We're trying to make sure that people know the resources that are available if they're interested in making a quit attempt. So we understand that not everything does not work for everybody, especially when you think of quitting. Some people will do it cold turkey. Some people like to have nicotine replacement therapy, such as the patch or the gum. Some people like to have support. Some people don't. There are so many different options available. But one place that you can really learn more about the different options that you have, and even just to get some guidance, is to call the quit line. The quit line number is 1-800-QUIT-NOW. And that is a place where you can talk to a certified tobacco treatment counselor to help just get some tips and tricks that can help make a quit attempt more successful. And we're asking different churches and communities to post information out there so that we can get this conversation started. This is not a conversation that's always had, especially here in the greater Cincinnati region. This is a first step for us as we plan to do more around menthol and educating our community on the dangers.
All right, absolutely. We've sent out information to all of our Forest Park churches. So all of our churches, if you're watching, please, please, please help promote this event. It's great for the community, and it makes us better. It makes us more cohesive, improves the quality of life, and hopefully stops those bad habits because, as youngsters, we've been conditioned to think that smoking is cool. When I was younger, I used to see it on cartoons. We had candy cigarettes and things like that. And a lot of those things you would see in the urban neighborhoods or the inner city neighborhoods. So the marketing, it definitely worked. It worked, and we see the results. So Julian, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Definitely. If you are interested in finding out some more information, definitely please check out our website, interactforhealth.org. That's a place where you can learn about some of the other things that we're working on. Besides tobacco, we also do a lot of work around opioid as well as school-based health centers. We're really excited and really working to make sure that we have the healthiest generations here in the greater Cincinnati region going forward. Also, too, this is going to be an ongoing conversation. So we will definitely be doing more work around tobacco and around menthol in the coming future, especially when things get to a place where we can get in person, have different conversations. We're definitely going to be doing some more work around that. So we're really excited about the work that's going to come in the future.
All right. Well, I can definitely attest to this. INTERAC for Health has been a wonderful partner for Forest Park. You guys have given us resources to help better the community, and I look forward to many more projects like this in the future. So thank you.
So excited to hear that. Thank you so much.